Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning podcast brought to you commercial free by another podcast. You've subscribed to ours, now subscribe to theirs. It's the Slow County Real Estate Podcast with Hal Swayze. When you're done with this, go listen to something that will actually enrich your life. California DRE 011119111. So this guy gets caught with stealing jewelry. And what would you do if you got caught with stealing jewelry and you needed to take the evidence and hide the evidence? Where would you hide it?
I guess it depends where I'm at. If I'm in the car, maybe under the seat. If I'm at home, I don't know, hide it somewhere.
$1 million worth of Tiffany jewelry. Diamonds, a lot of diamonds in this one.
Did he bury it underground? Maybe that's a good idea. You bury it underground.
He decided to swallow it.
Oh.
And because it's $1 million worth of Tiffany jewelry, they decided to recover it after he admitted to law enforcement that he had swallowed the diamonds. Here's the thing. And and medical scans backed up his claims, by the way. They did some x-rays and they said, oh, yeah, there's a diamond right there. There's a diamond right there.
What's the best way to pass a diamond necklace? Let's say you eat a swallow a diamond necklace like this guy, and now you need to get it out, you know.
It wasn't a necklace for him. It was just 3 separate diamond earrings.
Okay. Okay.
So they were able to identify the 3 diamond earrings. So I think the earrings would be a lot easier than a necklace, like you said.
Do you to pass? Because he had to pass it out, right? Like my buddy Nick Mullins, he used to swallow dimes when he was a kid for some reason, and his mom would have to dig into his stuff after he went to the bathroom in a bucket.
Why? Just to make sure they came out, or did she need
just
the
to
money?
Make sure they came out? I don't think they needed the money. I mean, they were teachers, but you know, we've just found out teachers are doing okay. They had a pretty nice house, too. Dad was a basketball coach, so he probably brought in a little extra money.
I swallowed a dime once when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I did it on a dare. I didn't think to go check for it.
You didn't tell your mom either?
No. Why would I check for it?
To make sure it came out, I guess, so it didn't stay in there.
What would be the problem if it stayed in there?
I don't know, but this is what used to happen. I think I was 8 or 9 years old, I remember. She got really mad, sent me home, and then he had to, sit there and wait till he had to poop or something. So, but I'm just thinking, what would you eat to pass that? Would you, I don't think you would want like...
This is a really ill-advised thing because you're talking about the hardest substance on the planet. The hardest substance on the planet, right? Like diamonds cut glass.
Yeah.
If they cut glass, what would they do to your colon?
Yeah, I'm just thinking, I want to make sure I have a good, solid... You know, think about when you've gone to the bathroom and it's been solid and you feel like you lost 5 pounds and you want to go for a run after. You know what I mean? Have you ever had a movement where after you're done, you just feel like, oh my God, I just feel so
Learning
great.
Too much about your movements today.
You never had that movement? Like you have a really good one.
No.
And then you feel like you feel lighter.
I don't think a lot about them.
You feel better. Oh, those are my favorite.
I don't think a lot about
and
it.
I have to think, like,
to be honest with you.
That's what you want.
Move on.
You want something like that's going to protect your colon from these hardest material on the planet, maybe sharp objects that are in there. So what did you eat? Is it bread? Is it cheese? What helps that process? Is it broccoli?
I don't know.
I don't think it's broccoli.
I have no idea, and I don't think there's a consultant that would ever like, hey, listen.
There's got to be a poo consultant.
I'm going to go knock off Tiffany's in Orlando, and I think I'm going to swallow. Might have to swallow 3 diamond earrings. What should
Why not 4? Did somebody not have an ear? Like that's an odd number.
What I thought was a bit strange. It was 3.
Maybe one was a navel piercing.
Did you drop one on the way out on the ground?
Well, it's a set of earrings and a navel piercing.
But they must have been huge if they were worth $1 million.
Right, yes. Or the clarity, the quality, the diamond is probably really high too, if it's Tiffany's.
I'm not taking a risk, though. Yeah. I mean,
no.
That's like swallowing razor blades. And hoping for the best, hoping it doesn't do anything.
Well, that's why you need to eat something that's going to give you what I'm talking about, that log that just is like, oh, yeah. You want to make sure it's contained in there. Maybe some psyllium husk. That's fiber, by the way.
You are really, really
when I take the psyllium husk, it's the best movement.
You think about how many hours a day do you think about your poop?
More than most, I'd imagine.
Yes, I don't think anybody thinks about their poop. that much. You need to find hobbies. You need to maybe
No, I have
watch more
lots of
Bigfoot
hobbies.
videos.
I have lots of hobbies. Me and my friends talk about pooping too. I mean, everybody talks about pooping.
You and your friends. I find this fascinating because you and your friends.
If you had friends, you could talk about this stuff, but you just talk to your kids.
All your friends don't have kids.
That's not true. Some of them have kids that are older, but yes, they've all graduated, moved on with their life,
they
have
don't
their
have
own
any
families.
responsibilities right now is what I mean. So what I believe you're entering into that territory that we talk about with our parents, where they go out and they go out and they just talk about these things, and this is what they're talking about. They're talking about poop and stuff.
This is what the guys talk about at coffee at the diner. You know, all the old guys sitting over there.
I'm thinking of it more of from a damage to your innards standpoint. Like it's like very serious situation when you swallow diamonds. Like I would be super scared until they all come through.
Right. That's why you have to talk about what should I eat to pass this without damaging my innards.
I wouldn't think about like what is the best thing to eat. I wouldn't.
I think cheese. I think like a pound of cheese. Just try to get after it.
I just eat whatever I eat, and then whatever happens, happens. I don't ever think about it.
Well, if you've got sharp razor blades in there, you better start thinking about it, because otherwise passing that could kill you.
Bread and cheese to this
bread,
situation?
cheese. I think that's what it is. And you know what? I'm going to live through this. You're not, because you don't think about important things
That's okay.
like
I'm not
this.
going to knock off at Tiffany's. I'll be fine.
Well,
I mean,
let's just say you did, okay? Let's say we did it together. We each had to swallow 3 diamonds.
How dumb is this guy, too? By the way, he said, oh, yeah, I swallowed him. He confessed to it. Like, I wouldn't confess to it. I'd be like, no, I didn't steal him. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, one day you may be on a subway. Well, you probably wouldn't be on a subway. You'd be somewhere, and somebody will kidnap you, and instead of mugging you, they'll shove 3 diamonds down your gut.
Do you ever worry about your Google search history?
No.
Okay.
No. I don't ever Google stuff like this. But I could right now. Like, I don't even know what I would ask it. What gives you
Chat
the most
GPT?
thick
Ask
clues?
Chat GPT, like, hey, what would be the best food to eat to pass diamonds? I bet you it would have an answer.
You know what? Your phone's listening right now. I'm glad you said it and I didn't. Guess whose search history is all messed up.
We've just been having this conversation. Who's more in depth with their food choices? Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning podcast, brought to you commercial free by another podcast. You've subscribed to ours, now subscribe to theirs. It's the Slow County Real Estate Podcast with Hal Swayze. When you're done with this, go listen to something that will actually enrich your life. California DRE 01111 911.